It's complete. Hello, happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Wow, it's been a long day at work, right? But don't worry about that. We will have a long weekend. We have Monday, we have Tuesday. I hope you will spend your great weekend. And before that, start the weekend with us here. We will learn a lot about public speaking in the SCBD Toastmasters Club. So let me read you several of our house rules so our meeting would run smoothly. First one, thank you everyone here being here on time and seeing all of your good looking face. And today we will have the special event like a panelist, exco panelist. Looking forward to that. And for all of the role takers for tonight, please put the role name in front of your name. And if you're a Toastmasters, please put TM in front of your name, Desk Club. And if you're our distinguished guest, this is your first time and want to learn about public speaking, please put Z in front of your name. Next one, turn on your camera. And if someone or talking, please mute your microphone. And if you're invited by the speaker, just unmute your microphone and just talk. Next one, be fully present. And this is the most important things. Have fun. Yay. How are you feeling today? Where is the sound? You can unmute your mic. Are you
Excited.
excited?
Yes, excited.
Woo! Okay, then. So I'll give the control to our Madam President, Toastmaster Donna. Over to you.
Hello. Okay, so let us start. Thank you very much to Mr. SSA for opening the meeting. And first of all, I'd like to say happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Happy
Happy
morning.
Good
morning.
So
morning.
I'd like to welcome you to a very special meeting at SCBD Toastmasters Club, where we are supportive, courageous, brilliant, and determined since April 6th, 2005. Next, please. Yes. So, Toastmasters International is a nonprofit organization focusing on public speaking and leadership. It is 101 years old this year, starting 1924. If you're looking for international friends, we have nearly 300,000 members worldwide in almost all countries. So, if you want to make friends, this is the right place to be. Next, please. We believe in integrity, respect, service, and excellence. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. And how do we do that? We do that through pathways. There are 6 educational pathways for you to choose from, starting from dynamic leadership, to engaging humor, to motivational strategies, to persuasive influence. If you've never been on stage, you could try presentation mastery and visionary communication. There's always something for everyone. And within those paths, you could have so many different unique projects where, say, we want to plant weird audience members. You could try difficult audience. If you want to make your own podcast, you could do that as well. You could practice active listening, and finally, make your own event through high performance leadership. And being a Toastmaster is a chance for you to become a world public speaking champion, an international leader, a mentor to others, and a leader of your own terms. And we'd like to welcome our beloved neighbors, Toastmaster Akara, the club president of Ministry of Finance, Toastmaster Club, as well as Toastmaster Karan, member of Jakarta Toastmasters Club. Thank you so much for coming here today. And also, Mike said hello, Baba. Appreciate you being here. And so we meet every Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. at GMT plus 7, On the first and last weeks of the month, we meet in person at the Ministry of Education Library at Jalan Jenderal Sudirman, Jakarta. Otherwise, online right here. And hello, Toastmaster Alvina. Hi. Really appreciate you coming.
Hi, that's Mas Adona.
Hello. So please enjoy,
All right.
everyone. Hi. I'd like to hand the control to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Farah. Screen is yours.
Thank you, Madam President. Okay. So happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Okay. Today's theme is knowledge into action. And let's see what we will have today. Okay. So today's agenda will be consisted of three main parts or session. The first one is prepare speech, and one of the speaker will be delivering his special project today, which we'll see later. And the second one is table topics, and also the third one is evaluation. But before we go to the main agenda, let me introduce our word of the day first, which is momentum. It has two meanings. Literally, in physics context, it is the force of motion that keeps an object moving even after the initial push is gone. The example is the car lost momentum uphill, and the figurative meaning, it is the energy or drive that keeps an idea, movement, or process moving forward. The example is the project gained momentum after launch. So don't forget to use our word of the day today. And next, we also have question of the day, which is, what is one piece of knowledge you put into action? And to answer our question of the day, I would like to invite someone from the list of attendance. Okay. Maybe VTM Teresia, are you available to answer this question?
Yes,
Oh.
I'm available. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. What is one piece of knowledge I have put into action? Okay, so I read the book years ago called Atomic Habits. It was talking about how small habits, daily actions can lead into bigger results, life-changing results. And it was the first book that I read, and I directly implement everything that I read in that book. So I started developing positive habits like meditation, journaling, creating content, and that's the knowledge that I put into action.
Oh, thank you so much for joining me today to answer our question of the day. So actually, I also think we have the same answer because when I read this question, my answer would be also the knowledge I got from that exact same book, which is to make one little habit to be easier to do, which is for me, after I read that, I start to bring a book everywhere because I want to make it easier for me to open a book instead of open my phone and do the doom scrolling. All right. Don't forget, for every role taker, you will be having to answer this question. Just a short answer, and it could be anything that comes to your mind. All right. So before we go to the main agenda, we will have our general evaluator introducing his team for tonight. And I would like to hand the control to our GE, Toastmaster Aquara.
Thank you so much, our Tom, Toastmaster Farah. Hello, everybody. I am Toastmaster Akara from the Ministry of Finance Toastmasters Club, and I will be your general evaluator for today's SCBD Toastmasters Club meeting. Very happy to be here serving as your GE. Before I introduce my team, I would like to, of course, answer our question of the day. What is one piece of knowledge you've put into action? I was actually talking to Toastmaster Leonie about this before we started the meeting. So I've learned quite a few things from Toastmasters, especially in terms of public speaking, since I really hated public speaking before. But since I joined Toastmasters, I've gained quite a few knowledge about it, and I've started applying it to things such as being a moderator for international seminars at my campus, and yeah, just sharing with other people about public speaking and the things that I have learned here in Toastmasters. So that is a piece of knowledge that I have applied in my daily life. Okay, in doing the evaluation session, I will not be alone. I will be accompanied by a few team members who will help me out. The first one, we have our timer, who is Toastmaster Karan from Jakarta, JTC, Jakarta Toastmasters Club. To Toastmaster Karan, I would like to invite you to introduce your role to the group.
Okay, thank you so much, GE. I hope I'm audible and visible to you all. Please introduce, I'm the only Indian probably you'll find in Toastmaster in Indonesia. And speaking of momentum, I'm still walking down home. So that's momentum, I guess. Anyway, so I think we have 3 sessions today. The first one will be prepared speech, but with an exciting twist. There is the EXCO. Okay, so the first will be 5 to 7 minutes, the normal speech. So green for 5, yellow for 6, and red for 7 minutes, upon which you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. And for the special EXCO panel, I know all of you EXCOs are very excited to share your experiences, but let's keep it brief, let's keep it concise. So as what I'm informed, every answers will be 30 seconds to 1.5 minutes. So 30 seconds for green, 1 minute for yellow, and 1.5 minutes for red. Please correct me if I'm wrong, GE. And then, of course, to everyone's favorite table topic session will be standard 1 to 2 minutes, green for 1, yellow for 1.5, and red for 2 minutes, on which you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. So all guests, please try it out later on. And finally, last but not least, our evaluation session will be 2 to 3 minutes, green for 2 minutes, yellow for 3.5, and red for 3 minutes, upon which you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. So all of you, please keep me pinned up, okay, to speakers and moderators for the time queue, so we can keep this meeting concise and we can carry on with our long weekend. Okay, that's all from me. Back to you, GE.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Karan. Before we move on to our next role taker, would you like to answer our question of the day, Toastmaster Karan? What is one piece of knowledge you've put into action?
Oh, does it have to be from a book or just any general knowledge?
I mean, knowledge can be from anywhere.
Okay, so as I've shared a few times, my favorite book is a book that I cannot mention the title, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. And the lesson I learned is not giving an F, right? I mean, we live in the social media age, man, where everybody cares about too much about what people think. Just do it, you know. If you want to do public speaking, just do it, you know. Who knows where you might end up? I think that's the lesson from.
All right, thank you so much for sharing, Toastmaster.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, I would like to call upon our ballot counter, who will be Toastmaster Christian from SCBD Toastmasters Club. To Toastmaster Christian, please.
Thank you, GE. Hello, everyone. My name is Christian, and I'll be your ballot counter. And as for today's meeting, so my task is to collect votes and announce the winners at the end of the meeting. And we will also have 2 voting sessions. One is for the favorite table topic speaker and the favorite evaluator. So I'll be sharing the voting links in the chat box so you guys can see it. And don't forget to vote. Back to you, G.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Christian. What about our question of the day? Would you like to answer it? What is one piece of...
So what I have already put into an act is that the ability of me to be brave of how to answer secara tenang gitu. Jadi sorry if I use a little bit Indonesian. So lately I don't know what happened to me because I just feel like I have to act like I have to answer the question that my lecturer in my college, and I feel like I'm so proud of it. I don't know why, but the thing is that if we want to become brave enough in some sort of situation, that the key is that we have to to gain some knowledge about it so that we could enter some situation that maybe satisfy the person that asked the question. That's how I'm telling you about. Thank you. Back to you, G.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Christian. And as the GE, obviously, I will be evaluating the meeting in general and will be reporting on my evaluations at the end of the meeting along with the other evaluators, along with my team. Thank you so much. I think that's all of the team members I will have today. And I give the control back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Farah.
Thank you, GE and team, for explaining your roles and also answering the question of the day. So without further ado, let's move forward to our main session, which will be started with prepared speech session. And we will have Toastmaster Beatrix as the first speaker, which will be introduced by her evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Alvin. Distinguished Toastmaster Alvin, time is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the meeting. I would like to introduce our speaker for today, our first speaker, my mentee, Toastmaster Bebe, will deliver a project in level 2, understanding your communication style. The purpose of this project is for Toastmaster Bebe to learn about different communication styles and identify what is her primary style. The purpose of the project itself, the speech, is for Bebe to share the impact of her style to others. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our first speaker, Toastmaster Bebe. Adapt to connect, Toastmaster Bebe.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Alvin. Also my evaluator, also my mentor. Knowledge is power, but only if we act on it. Fellow Toastmaster, any of you agree with that statement? Knowledge is power, but only when we act on it. If you agree with me, please type action in the chat box. Thank you. So today I'm going to share how my communication style has been changing after I learned about myself. I was a very direct person. I had a direct communication style. And I don't care about others' feeling before. And still proud of it. Even my parents often say that I'm an ambitious, also goal-oriented person. I was a high achiever at school and at work. It's proven because I was always the top 3 in the class. It's easy for me to get promotion and new responsibility at office. I'm so proud of it. But coming into relationship, it didn't work that way. I broke up with my boyfriend because I have a very direct communication style. Bebe tahu nggak? Sebenarnya teman-teman aku tuh nggak ada yang suka sama Bebe. That's what my ex told me many years ago after 4 years in relationship, that none of his friends liking me. When he did nothing, only playing games all the time, I would angry on him and guilt trip him. See, now you know why you don't get a better job, because you only play all the time. By the time he earned better salary, I start to feel competitive. Like, babe, I think I need to find another job. And I need a better salary too. Okay, so I will try to find a job right now. Another sample. There was also one day I asked for help from him, but less than 1 minute, I told him, it's okay, just let me do it myself because it will be faster and better. Subconsciously, what I've done to him made him feeling small. I was sad when I broke up. Unfortunately, it kept repeating until become the pattern. Different case, but still same disconnection. Then in 2020, I decided to take a step back and learn about myself and understanding myself better. I went to a feng shui doctor, numerology reader, psychologist, and then tarot reader until I learned myself about pacha, numerology, personality type, and then I also learned communication style, also what influenced someone's communication. From all those learning, I learned that my communication style was actually influenced by my family background. The message that I received when I was a kid was, I am loved if I achieve something. So that I was thinking that, okay, I will do anything to make everyone proud of me. Until I realized that it didn't work at my relationship with anyone. So, after all those learning, how do you think my life become? Anyone want to guess? The thing is, everything just the same until I decided to stop only learning and start the action. I learned to use different communication style. I took every time as a challenge and I challenged myself to use different communication style. For example, like at office, when meeting my boss who has analyzed a communication style, I will provide all the data needed before the meeting. And then when I join the networking event, I will just initiating communication style so I can get along with people, put some humor, and close with them. Another sample, when I do mentoring, I will use the supportive communication style. And when I do presentation about my idea or I propose my idea to a high level like top management, I will come back to my initial communication style, which is direct communication style. all the momentum I've created by adapting communication style has transformed my life, has transformed my relationship too, personal and professionally. I'm not only become a great leader at office, at work, but also mastering in relationship with people. Well, sometimes people call me fake, but I call it awareness. My journey taught me by adapting communication, adapting communication, it's not about knowing people only. It's about doing something about that knowledge. So, fellow Toastmaster, how about you guys? How's your relationship with people around you? Are you guys blaming them for the broken relationship? Or you take a step back, learn about yourself, and fix it by adapting? Because it's just like a chameleon. It doesn't only knowing its environment, but it acts, it adapts. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster baby. Congratulations on your speech. Knowledge is power only if we take action on it. And she is clearly taking action by delivering her project to become a better communicator in life. Everyone, please say congratulations, Toastmaster baby.
Congratulations,
Congratulations,
Toastmaster
Yes,
Bebe.
Dede.
Yay. Okay. So let's move forward to the next agenda. And because we will be having a special session after this, so we will be having our timer report first and online photo share session. I will have the control to our timer, Toastmaster Kara.
Hello, sorry, just reached home. Yeah, so basically, Toastmaster Bebe, you just made it on time. 7 minutes and 27 seconds. Congrats, you delivered your project right on time. Back to you, Toastmasters of the meeting.
Okay. Next, we will have online photo session, which will be led by Mr. SAA, Toastmaster Adrian.
Okay, hello everyone. Here's the time. Here is the time that you have to open the camera, if you could, because we have the photo session. Okay, I see. Soon to be Toastmaster Yansen, Toastmaster Flow, soon to be Toastmaster Senapati Prakasa, Toastmaster Tivanka, soon to be Toastmaster Intan, Toastmaster Yusuf, if you could open the camera, it would be appreciated. So I will take the photos. Okay, everyone, I'll take the photos in 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, let's do another one. I don't know what to post in this themes, momentum. Okay, let's do whatever. Okay, I'll take the photos in 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice. Back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you, SAA. Okay, let's move forward to the next special agenda, which is our second prepared speaker. Toastmaster Sonny will be delivering his special project and will be introduced by his evaluator first, which is Toastmaster Alvina. Screen is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Farah. First of all, I want to check, am I audible? All right, thank you so much. So hello again, everyone. I'm Alvina from Gunung Sewu Toastmaster Club, and today I will be Toastmaster Sonny evaluator. So tonight he will do a special project that is his level 5 elective project, moderate a panel discussion. So the purpose of this project is to apply his skills as a public speaker and a leader to facilitate a panel discussion. Toastmaster Sonny, are you ready?
Yes, I do.
All right. Then, fellow Toastmaster, let's welcome our second speaker today, Toastmaster Sonny. SCBD EXCO panel discussion, knowledge into action. SCBD EXCO panel discussion, knowledge into action. Toastmaster Sonny, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alvina. I would like to answer the question of the day first. One thing that I put the knowledge into actions is English. I've been learning English for a lot of time, but I only able to master it by practicing, like doing a communication, talking in English with the fellow foreigners, and also here in Toastmasters, I get a lot of chance to do a lot of projects from the storytelling, becoming Toastmaster of the meeting, and what I'm going to do today is as the panel moderator. Yes, today I am very honored to be able to your host for to be your host for panel moderator of our SCBD Toastmaster Club Executive Committee 2024-2025, or we call them EXCO. They have been working so hard, keeping the momentum during the year, and now the time is about to end, and we would like to hear more about them. We would like to know what knowledge that they put into actions. Now, before I start the discussion, I would like to remind you that if you guys have a question that you will ask to the speakers, you can submit your questions here, or you can go to the link that I have shared on the chat box later. Now, without further ado, I will welcome our 7 of our executive committee. I will start from our club president, Donna Nadida, our club president, and also the digital marketing lecturer. Next, we have Leonie Octavia, our vice president of education and also the business owner, accessibility enthusiast, and believer in people connections. The next one is our vice president of membership, Dede Nur Alia, that she is also the content creator, soon to be, and also the tech savvy pre-sales. Next, we have our very own Vice President of Public Relations, Olivia Handoyo, that also the sales strategist with a cross-functional expertise. Now, we will also have our Toastmaster of the meeting, but also our secretary, Toastmaster Farah Sabiha, that is also a lifelong learner with a drive that is learning about the kinetic code. Now, the next one, we have our treasurer, I don't think it's here, Nabila Ayu Budianti as our treasurer. And he is also a lifelong learner who also loves to go snorkeling. And last but not least, we have Toastmaster Adrian Agat Fabrianto as our sergeant at arms, and he's a technocrat outside of the Toastmaster. Now, happy morning, all the excos.
Happy
morning.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Happy morning. So I hope you guys are ready for tonight's panel discussion.
Yes, we are.
Okay. To warm up the environment or the vibes, I would like to ask one opening question. Please, all of you, answer one word to summarize your EXCO experience. I'll start from Toastmaster Donna.
Okay. To me, the word is expanding.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting, expanding. What about Toastmaster Leonie?
Exciting.
Exciting. Toastmaster Dede?
Connecting.
Connecting, nice. Just like your title. Toastmaster Olivia?
Fulfilling.
Fulfilling. Nice. And Toastmaster Adrian?
It's rewarding.
Rewarding. Nice. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have Toastmaster Nabila here, it seems. So, okay, let me go through first with this 6 EXCOs that we have. Okay, are you guys ready?
Woohoo! Let's
Yeah. This will be your semi-table topics, so I hope you guys are excited. So I will start the discussion with my first question. How does becoming EXCO shape you into the person you are today? First, I would like to ask our club president, Toastmaster Donna.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Toastmaster Sonny, for the question. How does becoming an exco shape you into the person you are today? Well, it makes me realize that what I do and what I say really, really matters because at the end of the day, the club president sets the tone of the club. If we don't perform, if we don't show up on time, if we don't show up in general, people will take that as permission to do less. So you have to set the standard, you have to set the mood. If I'm upset, people have the kind of permission to be upset too because they see me do it. So the responsibility is mostly there, and that makes me think more before I say anything in real life as well, so that I hope that what I do won't affect people because I can see that happen with the responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Donna. Just like all people said, with the great power comes the great responsibility. Now, I would like to hear from Toastmaster Olivia. How does becoming EXCO shape you into the person you are today?
I think by becoming an exco, I learned that being online, being shown in the online because I am someone who is very private, maybe because of my degree. But now I think that becoming online is a really not that bad, and I do think it's a really prominent way for you to branding our own, either it is your club, your personal branding. So I do think like online presence is really important, and it's just so much things to learn about how online presence, how social media shapes our current knowledge, current branding, I suppose. I think that's all.
Wow, I just only heard here 2 answers, but looks like all of you really do your role in a very responsible manner, and you can learn from your role. Just like Toastmaster Olivia, you learn from branding based on your role as a VPPR. Now, last but not least, I would like to hear from Toastmaster Adrian. How does becoming EXCO shape you into the person you are today?
Being surgeon at arms, not me. I do a lot of preparation on that. And although we have prepared everything like in our work and in our life, although we have prepared anything, sometimes there's a time in that very moment something is not working and something just need our quick decision. So by being surgeon at arms in this club, I learned to be prepared at all times, like literally at all times, to be person who can be responsible for anything that to ensure the meeting works, how to ensure how the meeting on perpustakaan on Kementerian Pendidikan Kebudayaan library works, ensuring the mic, ensuring the communication, the good communication with the staff there. And yeah, it's been a rewarding experience that I learned to be adaptive at that moment and to ensure everybody happy and everything goes smooth.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adrian. We can see how well prepared you are in preparing our meeting so far, and that's a really great job. Thank you, the EXCO, for answering my first question. Now, let's move to the second question that I have tonight. What are the unseen advantages as an EXCO that benefit you as a person? For this question, I would like to hear from Toastmaster Leonie. Toastmaster Leonie, the screen is yours.
First, it's going to be connection. You get to connect with most people in Toastmasters, and they are incredible people. I mean, so first is networking. The second one would be a couple months ago, I was applying for a volunteering job for a small grant project, and in that project, it's either like you becoming the writer or the illustrator, and none of it, I cannot do none of it. So I just put my application as, and I put my portfolio as a VP of SCBD Toastmasters Club. And then I got accepted as a vice project manager because I tell them that I do managing meetings every week. And that's it. Yeah. So first one is networking, and the second one would be opportunities open for you.
That's interesting how connection in Toastmasters really open your opportunity to new things even before you had the experience required for the experience. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Leonie, for sharing with us. Now, I would like to ask about your experience, Toastmaster Farah. What is unseen advantages or privilege as an EXCO that benefits you as a person?
Okay, there's actually so many things if I could list it down, but one of them is having the confidence, I guess, because before joining SCBD Toastmaster or even joining as an EXCO, I would say I'm not confident enough to start a conversation, to meet a new strange people, and to talk to them in English. But here in this executive committee, I am surrounded by so many great people who helped me a lot to learn and to build my confidence, to be brave, to say hello the first and talk about anything with anyone. That's it for me.
Wow, I guess that we can see how confidence of not of you but all the EXCOs are very much improved after you being just in the office, and that is really a good advantage that can help you boost you into another experience that may be related to Toastmaster Leon said. Well said. Thank you very much. I think so far we learned that once you do your role in responsible manner, you can learn a lot of things, and also being an EXCO help you to expand your connections confidently. These put two key answers that I got from the answers so far really shows that these EXCOs are very wonderful in doing your job, and you can not also benefit yourself, but also benefit all of us as the member, which I believe that all of the members of SCBD Toastmasters are so proud of you. Okay, before I continue, I would like to remind you guys, if you have any questions you would like to ask to the EXCOs, you can submit your questions by scanning the QR code on the bottom of the screen or on the link that I've just put on the chat box, because I will choose these questions for the Q&A sessions later. So don't miss this opportunity to ask the EXCOs directly in person. Now, let's move to the next question that I have in my panel. So I would like to now tell us your most memorable or challenging experience when fulfilling your duty as an EXCO. For this one, I'd like to first ask Toastmaster Dede. Toastmaster Dede, the screen is yours.
Makanan ya udah yang besar.
Actually, I'm sorry, I'm still rot for tonight. The one of that make me most memorable and challenges is at the first time I joined in the Toastmaster, especially as a leader, I'm really not confident about myself. Am I really can be a good leader and can be connect with the other members and guests? Because this is the first time that I really have the big responsibility, because the benefit is not for me but for all of the members. If we work in the company, we will get the salary, but in the Toastmaster, the gain that we get in this as the leader is our fulfilling as a person. We want to be proud as a person, but not only we are, but we want to get all of the members to that. So the most challenges is to handle my feeling with with my with my underestimate of myself. But when I do it and I communicate, work together with all of the wonderful EXCO, and I got the spirit from the guest, from the member, I believe I can do as a leader, and also I believe everyone do have their willingness to grow as a person. It's all from me. That's myself, Sonny.
Wow, thank you very much, Toastmaster Dede. Again, we can see that how learning as an EXCO can boost your confidence and can help you to be more proactive even in daily life. How about you, Toastmaster Adrian? What is your most memorable or challenging experience?
I'll share the time. The most memorable moment as Surgeon at Arms, that I was the SAA for DCM meeting. So it is the huge wide meeting that involve 100 of people using Zoom. So I'm honored to be the part of that session. At least I can put it in my CV that I handle the international meeting, Zoom meeting, and do a lot of stuff with breakout rooms and reminding the speaker and so on. And as for the challenging moment, I would say, just like last week, there is something went wrong with our speaker. I mean, in our mic speaker, it just didn't. The volume is already put into the max and it's just not working. I kind of panic at the time, honestly. However, Toastmaster Olivia and Toastmaster Dede being there with me, just calming the situation, trying to configure something, and finally the speaker was working again. I don't know, Toastmaster Olivia, how you just managed to put that on. And just it's the most challenging moment. One of the challenging moment when I don't know what to do, when the times just near at the when we want to start the meeting. However, I got covered. I have friends that covered for me.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Adrian. We can see that not only you guys are good in individual, but also your teamwork as an EXCO is really inspiring for us that see you in preparing our meeting every week. Wow, I lost word, to be honest. Like, you guys are so awesome. I believe everyone also feels the same. Now, let's move to the a bit reflective questions, I would say. I'd like to ask that in hard times, maybe just like Toastmaster Adrian said about something going wrong or challenging duty and so on, what keeps you going forward? For this question, first, I would like to ask our President, Toastmaster Dona.
Wow, so deep. Okay. Well, here's the thing. We have our predecessors and forerunners before us. We have DTM Alpha and High and other past presidents. SCBD wouldn't be a successful club without our work, and it's something that I always have to remember, that the work doesn't stop here, that it's a marathon and we have to keep going. So when things are hard, I want to make sure that I not leave. I'm still here, but like I finish my term with the club in a better shape than it was, and or just the same, because it takes a lot of work. What I want to say is that you can't take the success of the club for granted. There's work behind it, and that's what we have to do. I'm not trying to be like workaholic about it, but sometimes we forget that there's a lot of stuff happening behind the scene. So I guess my answer would be, because I don't want SCBD to have a glorious past and not a glorious future. Thank you, Mr. Sonny.
Oh my God, I think that's just really embody that you are the one of the person who really loves SGBD Toastmasters so much, that so that you care about our future, not only in this term, but I believe also in the next term, even though maybe one day you will not be an EXCO anymore. That's a very great spirit, Toastmaster Donna. Now, let me see. What about Toastmaster Olivia?
Okay, this will be sounds corny, but I do think that the one thing that make me going forward is SCBD club, SCBD Toastmasters clubs, and also my EXCO members and all of the guys, and also most importantly myself, because sometimes creating a content can be draining, and well, and maybe the content that I made was not popular enough or was not distributed enough, and it's just some things like get me down or makes me like, oh, okay. But when I see, but we need to know, we need to see the future, the much more long-term impact, because maybe perhaps the content was not popular now, but it can just create a network to other people so they know about what is SCBD. And also, if I did not create content, nobody knows that we have a meeting today or next week or whatever. And also, I do things that I also keep going forward because of the support of my EXCO members. Without them, I'm just nothing. Okay, back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Olivia. Again, all of you mentioned about support. Like this shows how supportive this team EXCO are, and I would like to also appreciate your hard work, especially in doing a lot of content so that SCBD Toastmaster is more well known to people out there. Thank you very much. Now, I only have one more questions in my panel for now. This question is, sorry, which one is this? Okay, sorry, so this is another reflective question, I would say. So if you had one more chance to be an EXCO, what would you do differently? So this is also kind of a message to the future EXCO, or maybe yourself if you want to go for another EXCO term. I would like to first ask Toastmaster Leonie.
Why are you guys laughing?
No, I'm just pointing out.
Okay, so what would I do differently? Communicate better. I feel like I learned a lot with communicating with other fellow EXCOs by being an EXCO. But if I could do it again, I will communicate better. Because one thing that I found interesting is that we have different type of communication, each of us, and we learn from each other. But that's the beauty of it, you know. Even if we have different communication styles, we could still connect with each other as long as we have the heart to connect, as long as we want to understand each other. And this is what I get from having this amazing team in SCBD Toastmasters Club.
To be very honest, I do feel that you guys communicate very well in the team. So I don't know, maybe you guys want to communicate more efficient or whatever. But anyway, thank you for your reflection, your own or self-reflections, so that you need to communicate better. Now, I would like to hear from Toastmaster Dede.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so actually, the one that I really want, if I got to be the EXCO again, as that mentioned, I'm the one want to be the content creator. So maybe the one of my option and that moment is to be the PPPR. And another thing is, I'm also consider to be the president because I know I'm not capable enough for the as a leader, but I never tie to that position. And in the Toastmaster, this is the place for me, actually for everyone, to try yourself, nominate. We don't care which one, or which, I mean the result. You will be lost or the win. Just try it, because I don't know if this opportunity will come again to me in another platform or the community or the company, perhaps. That's when I will love, because I want to know better how to manage people, how to delegate, and to work together as a team. So far, in my professional way, I work as, the single person, because I need to report to my leader and so on. And I want to know how the struggle become a leader. And I think this is the place that we can get in the Toastmaster. And it's not only me, you also can. I think it's all for me. That's funny.
Okay, everyone, I think we have one position filled for the next term EXCO. Oops. But thank you very much, Toastmaster Dede, to point out that trying is the key to expand your knowledge more, because we have a lot of opportunity in the Toastmasters, especially in EXCO, that maybe it will never come again once you step down from the EXCO. Last but not least, I would like to hear from Toastmaster Farah.
Okay. I think I will have this kind of same answer with Toastmaster Data. If and only if I I have the chance to be an EXCO again, of course, first of all, I would like to try a different role, if and only if. But other than that, I also want myself to be more present, I guess, and enjoy the ride, because other than our duties and responsibilities, it is actually so great to have some great people around you, and it is so fun to meet them every meeting, and I would just be more present like that, I guess.
Okay, if we had one position filled next term, so at least now we know that next term secretary will not be Toastmaster Farah, but other position, we never know. Let's see. But thank you, Toastmaster Farah, for pointing out that, again, I don't think that you guys have less presence. Your presence are more than enough. But yeah, maybe you guys can think that this is something that you still need to improve more so that members can feel your presence more about it. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Farah. And thank you very much for all the excos that perhaps are our prepared questions for today. Before I summarize and go to the Q&A session, I have a closing question to all of you. So please, all of you prepare. Oh, sorry. Please, all of you tell us one sentences you would say to the future exco. Could be another person or could be yourself if you still want to be an exco next time. Okay, now I would like to start from Toastmaster Adrian.
Okay. To the future exco. So I'd say not just a future SAA. For the future exco, one sentence is this club is great. I fell in love in SCBD Toastmasters Club. I know it sounds cringe, but this is one of the places that we can try as much as many things that we want, and without any, I didn't afraid to fail at something that I did, and it's because of SCBD Toastmasters Club give me some lesson that just trying and we can improve, and that's how the life is. So for the future exco, I would say just keep that spirit in mind, and I believe SCBD Toastmasters Club would be go further than this.
Wow, thank you, Toastmaster Adrian. What about Toastmaster Farah?
Okay, mine would be maintain the momentum, because back then when I was thinking of joining as an exco, I'm not thinking too much and just give it a try. So I advise you to just give it a try, because there will be so many things you learn, and don't worry about the future. Don't worry about how would you do this and that, because just like what our SAA said, you will always can improve in being exco or in life. That's for me.
Thank you, Toastmaster Farah. Now, what about Toastmaster Olivia?
To all future excos, I do want to say B, C3, and D, which is be confident, be consistent, be connected, and delegate.
What a concise answer. Thank you. And what about Toastmaster Dede?
I think as a leader, the message that I want to share is just to be open, and don't worry if you are have or had a mistake, because we learn from the mistake. If we not try and we didn't know that we will feel mistake or not, so just do it and then be open and learn from the mistake that you have.
Yeah. Very nice reflection, Toastmaster Dede. What about Toastmaster Leonie?
I would say be brave enough to try the things that scare you the most, because oftentimes the things that you fear the most are the points that where you could grow more.
Wow, learning from what you fear most. Thank you very much for the wonderful advice. Now, last but not least, what about Toastmaster Donna?
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sonny. What I'd like to say to the next exco is, or all future exco is, this is your party, own it. So whatever you do, take the lead, take the control, and don't worry about what's happened in the past that we have like measures and things. It's your party, have fun.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for Toastmaster Duna for the words. I think this is the word that you always say to everyone. But this is very spirit was very powerful and motivating words. Okay, that wraps our panel discussion for today. So if I can summarize a little bit that what I can learn from the EXCOs is that do your role in the responsible manner, because being an EXCO will open up a lot of opportunities that maybe only happen if you sign up for EXCOs. And these opportunities are definitely will expand yourself more to grow your skills, to grow your confidence, to grow your connections, and that will be a lot of beneficial for you. But again, do it with your best responsibility. Don't forget to also do the teamwork, keeping the momentum, and last but not least, keep your teamwork best. That was very wonderful panel discussions. Thank you very much for our experts. Now we have collected a lot of questions. Oh my god, there's so many questions that we have. Wait a minute. We have so many questions that thank you very much for all the audience who just signed up for the questions, submit your questions. I was a bit confused to select which question that I would like to answer, but either way, I have just some questions to be asked, and let me start with one question. What is SCBD's EXCO's cheat code for coming up with creative and innovative session every week? I remember that one of the EXCOs is dubbed for one of the most creative person by a lot of people. So I think this is the best to answer by our VP Toastmaster Leonie. The screen is
Oh,
yours.
I didn't know it's for me. Cheat code. Oh, Chat GPT. Absolutely. It helps a little bit, but of course, sometimes Chat GPT could be a little bit repetitive, so you need to tweak it a little bit. But yes, use technology as far as possible, but also try to take inspiration from all over the place. I actually like to do club hopping. So sometimes if I saw something interesting from other club, I would just steal it and just take it to our club. So yeah, because it's okay to do that. And yeah, that is my cheat code.
Oh, that's a cheat code. I think this is, yeah, I just this right before this meeting, I saw that Toastmaster Leonie did a club hopping a lot in 2 different clubs, and wow, that's a very wonderful. And yeah, I think this is one of the good way to keep the creativity going by learning from other club, helping other club, and using our best friends, ChatGPT. If we can do it right, it can definitely improve the creativity. Now let's move to the next question. How do you manage your time as an EXCO member of Toastmaster? I would like to know from Toastmaster Olivia. Toastmaster Olivia, the screen is yours.
This is the question that I'm not I don't know how to answer because I just do. I was supposed because I do think that calendar is very important because by using calendar you know your time, when should you do what schedule should you have, what time do you have for club hopping, what time do you have for creating content, what time do you have for doing your speech, etc., etc. Just just use your calendar. Google Calendar is enough, and be consistent, I guess. Back to you.
Well, this is seems to be very classic or cliche answer, but I do agree that keeping your calendar up will help you a lot in managing your time. So don't worry, Toastmaster Olivia. I think you did right and you did well in this term. Okay. Next question is something that I think might be interesting to know because I also want to know from some of your perspective. How have you applied what you've learned from Toastmasters outside the club? For this question, I would like to hear first from Toastmaster Adrian.
Okay. So I took persuasive influence as my pathway. And by this question, how have I applied what I learned from that pathway? That would be career progression. So I can just not manipulative not in a manipulative way. I can just share my thoughts like structured way so that it can be received well by the people around me in my career. So that's also applied with the negotiation skill. I have some side business being a side of my daily work 9 to 5. So that if there's something that needs to be done in the same time, the negotiating skills is super helpful to save me out of the way. And what else? So by having this, the thing that matters most from being a Toastmasters when we do our speech is how I always think how my message received well by the audience. I'm not talking about myself. I just there is something bigger than me, like a message that I want to convey, and I always try to how to perceive it in the other way. I mean, in audience point of view, and that helps a lot to understand whether the message that I want to convey is it being received well or not. I think that's the most valuable things that I learned by being a Toastmasters. Thank you, Toastmaster Sonny, for the
Thank
question.
you, Toastmaster Adrian. As a fellow technocrat, I can understand how difficult it is to have a persuasive and negotiation skills in daily life without joining Toastmasters. Even myself, I am still learning to do it, but I believe Toastmaster Adrian already learned a lot during your EXCOs. And guys, don't forget to follow the Toastmaster Adrian's side job. You will be happy to know it. I promise. Okay, this question is too short if to be answered only by one person, so I would like to ask the same question also to Toastmaster Farah. Toastmaster Farah, the screen is yours.
Okay, so what I have applied from what I've learned in Toastmaster is basically the first of all the confidence on public speaking, because in my job I have to deal with customers, and sometimes I have to give lectures to graduate or undergraduate students. And what I learned from being on the stage, taking up the microphone, and then just talk about what I have prepared before is making me more get used to it, because it would not happen in one night or one day. The confidence, the preparation, it would require you to practice and just get used to it. So that is one thing that I have learned the most, and I applied in my daily working life.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Farah, for answering the questions. I do agree that sometimes Toastmaster help us prepare best in daily job or daily life, even we can use it to improve our skills as well in the office. Okay, I have the next question. Wait a minute. This is also another question from the audience. What advice would you give to someone new to Toastmaster? For this one, I would like to hear from Toastmaster Dede. Toastmaster Dede, if you're ready, the screen is yours.
For the new member or the guest, I think the one thing that you need to aware is what is your purpose join Toastmaster, and what want you to achieve join this community. In this Toastmaster, we learn by ourselves. We learn how we communicate well with the practice, but sometimes they don't realize that for communicate well to practice is the big commitment that they need to feel in ourselves, because with not only the practice, but we need to willingness to learn, join, understanding from the others also. So the purpose is really important, and the commitment is to keep going our journey to get that purpose. I think it's all.
Wow, thank you very much, Toastmaster Dede, for a very wise and incredible word to the new members. So for those who are not members yet, please do join us. Okay, I think I still have one more questions from the audience. Maybe will be the last questions for today. Wait a minute. So I saw a lot of people ask about leadership things on the Slido. So let me summarize in one question. What advice would you give to someone who wants to learn about leadership? So I think the one who answered this best is no other than our Madam President, Toastmaster Donna.
Thank you to Mr. Sonny and the asker. I learned this from our senior, DTM Alvin. Hello. To always over communicate. So whatever you think you've said, say it again. And whatever you think they've understood, say it again. Because you would think that they understand, and you think that you'd said it, but it's very possible that they get the different message. So what does that have to do with leadership? Because leadership is so full of communication, and you just cannot separate the two. You have to be mindful of people's feelings. You have to be mindful of people's priorities. You have to be mindful of how you show up in the picture. So those are the things I would tell people to start caring about more: how you communicate, how you present yourself, and what you say and how it lands with other people. I think that'll be it. I hope that answers the question. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Toastmaster Donna. If I can summarize that, there are two main points from your answer. First is learn from seniors, and the second is over communicate to make sure that everyone is on the same page. Yeah, I think that do answer the questions, and that it is a very useful tips for those who want to learn about leadership more. All right, I think everyone, that's all for today's session. I know that all of you, all the audience, just still submitted a lot of questions. Unfortunately, I cannot accommodate all of this, but yeah, if you still want to cast your questions, you can go talk to the EXCOs directly. I believe they will be happy to answer your questions in person. And if I can re-summarize and to add from the additional answers from the panelists or all the EXCOs, the key is that to be open to all of the opportunities and open to our possibilities. You have your fellow EXCO members, you have the seniors that can help you. You also can implement your skills that you get in Toastmaster outside of the Toastmaster, at the work stuff, side job, everywhere. And also to do whatever you can do, because nothing can nothing is absolutely right or nothing is absolutely wrong. The matter is just when you try, the more you try, the more you know, and the more you can improve yourself. And these EXCOs already shows how these experience that they have during the EXCOs can be good example for themselves and for us as a member. So maybe hopefully the next EXCO, for the next EXCO or those who want to be the next EXCO, this is definitely something you would not miss. Okay, that's all from me, and that's all from this tonight's session. Thank you very much, all the EXCOs. Unfortunately, we missed one EXCO here, Toastmaster Nabila, but I believe that she would also have the same experience and would love to share with us, maybe not only in this forum, but outside of this forum. Thank you very much. I'm signing out from the panel discussion. Now I'll give the control back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Farah.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. The more you try, the more you know, and the more you can improve. 50 minutes, what a special session we got to have tonight. And that was such a long session, but Toastmaster Sonny made it so enjoyable and full of insights with the questions he has prepared. Okay, so let's move to the next session, the most awaited session after the special session, which is table topic session, which will be delivered by Toastmaster Tivanka as our table topic master. Toastmaster Tivanka, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Farah. Just to check, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Amazing. Thank you. Happy morning, all. My name is Tivanka, and I will be your table topic master for tonight. As we've all been talking about, the theme of tonight is knowledge into action. And we're currently living in a world where we're just gaining so much information from everywhere, pretty much. From people, from books, from podcasts, from social media, everywhere. But the danger comes when we've just been acquiring all this knowledge, but never actually putting it into action. So, in this table topic session, we'll hear more from my table topic speaker around this topic of knowledge into action. And yeah, next slide, please. Okay. So, what is the table topic for those of you who haven't yet, for guests maybe you haven't yet joined Toastmaster before? Table topic is basically a session where we're here to improve our impromptu speaking skills, and we've got 1 to 2 minutes to answer a topic or a question that will be asked by me. Table topic. And for tonight, we have slots for 3 to 4 participants. Any one of you who wants to maybe volunteer, you can just raise your hand. I'll keep an eye out for those of you who wants to join or maybe like volunteer. Just a reminder for time. The timer will turn green in 1 minute, yellow in 1.5 minutes, red in 2 minutes, and there's a grace period of 30 minutes after the 2 minutes, so 2 minutes 30 seconds where you'll still be eligible to be voted. Let's get started. Okay, let me look at the parts. Any one of you maybe wants to volunteer?
I won.
Oh, okay. Toastmaster Yusuf, Chandra. Which number do you want to choose?
Let me choose number 4.
Number 4. All right, number 4. Let's see what's the question. Is it better to take imperfect action quickly or wait until you know everything? And why? Toastmaster Yusuf, the screen is yours.
This is a difficult question to ask because both of them can be answered yes. But I will wait until I could find the right answer. Let me give you an example. When my student came to me, he said, "Sir, I failed in your exam and I would like to take the remedial. Will you let me pass this time? Because I had to do the sidang examination as soon as possible." then I have to think. If I said yes, what is the meaning of remedial if it's only letting him go? But if I say no right away, it will make him die. So I told him, wait a minute, I'm going to let you pass as long as you learn, you study what I have given to you. If you are not ready, don't take it now. Take it next week. I can wait for that. But if you push yourself to do it without preparation, you know what the result is. So I would never answer the question promptly, but I will give the time to think what is the best way for both of us to win-win solution. So ladies and gentlemen, for me, it's better I wait. What should I give the answer? Something that is reasonable for both of us. What about you? Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lucy. I think this is one of the things that I really love about table topics as well, where you just get different opinions from people. And when I was Toastmaster Lucy, I was thinking, wow, I would have chosen the other one, which is not to actually wait until I got the perfect answer, because to take the action, because it feels like when will I ever get the perfect action? When will I ever get the perfect action? So I should take that perfect answer, so I should take that action. But thank you, Toastmaster Yusuf. Now let's move on to the next participant. I would probably I'll just call upon some of you from the participant list. Toastmaster Flo, are you available to maybe answer the next table topic question, Toastmaster Flo? I can. Okay, fine. That's okay. Okay. Travel safe, Toastmaster Flo. Oh, let's see. Toastmaster Vinton, Toastmaster Janet Reed, are you available to? Would you want to do the table topic session?
I can do, yes.
Amazing. Okay, Toastmaster Janet. Which
Number three.
question? Number 3. Okay, number 3. We often know what we should do, like maybe eat healthy or exercise, but we don't always do it. Why do you think that gap exists between knowledge and action? Toastmaster Janet, the screen is yours.
That is a very interesting question because, yes, I, as an ex-retired nurse, I do believe in you are what you eat. So it is important to eat healthy, but then I do like chocolate. So I do have my problems as well. So I don't always try to eat as healthily as I could. So I think that is very important. I think there is enough knowledge in the world for people to know what is good. I think that we can get addicted to things like chocolate and coffee and other substances. Perhaps we need to think more about living food, which is food that hasn't been processed, like fresh fruit and vegetables, nuts. They're always very healthy and nourishing. So yes, go for it. Eat healthily. Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Janet. I am experiencing this exact same thing as you. I love to eat healthy, but I also love chocolate. I think supposed to make myself feel better about it. Dark chocolate, 70%. There aren't that much sugar in that. Dark chocolate, yeah. um. Okay, let us move on to the next participant. Let's see. Who's last? Yes, Jansen. Are you available to do the table topic session? Okay. maybe guest Jansen is not available. Guest Senapati Perkasa.
Oh, yeah, maybe I could try.
Okay, amazing. Hello. Oh, you're not spotlighted yet.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Can some...
I don't
Oh,
think I
you
can turn
are.
on my video if that's okay.
All right. Okay, that's okay. That's totally okay. Which one do you want to choose? I think there's number
Um,
1 and 2 left. 1
Probably
and
number
2.
one if that's okay.
Okay, of course that's okay. Number 1. If you could teach one piece of knowledge to the world and ensure they act on it, what would it be?
Okay, so do I start now?
Yes, you can start now. The screen is yours.
Oh, okay, so if I could teach one piece of knowledge and ensure that everyone would act on it, I think it would be, well, it might sound pretty much um utopic. It wouldn't sound even real, but I think it would be kindness, of course. Even anyone who would answer the question would be kindness. And I think that there's a lot of spectrum to kindness. There's even like how you're acting kind towards the people you don't know, how you're acting kind towards your family, your friends. I think we would act differently in terms of kindness. And it's also something that's being taught. I think so. At least I think so. Because nowadays in a world where internet is such a place of uh racism, I would say there's a lot of going on, like discrimination. I think it's kind of concerning how a lot of people probably are so deep rooted in such ideology, and how it's pretty much affecting the way they view the world, and the way that how kindness could be taught when they were little and when they were still cultivating um their mm, their trait, I would say. I think it's such a good way to teach little kids to show kindness, to show affection, to be compassionate of one another. And I'm not saying that this should only be taught towards kids, but it's also viable to do it, to teach it to adults. So yeah, I would say to teach them kindness is pretty much a nice way to have people to act on it too. So it's not only taught, it should be acted onto. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Jess Senapati, for inspiring.
Thank
I
you. Thank
think
you.
it really is like the world without kindness. I can't imagine that. It's so scary, right? And I think the thing about kindness is that it feels like a ripple effect as well. The more if you do it, and it's like kids will see one doing kindness and they're probably more likely follow that act of kindness.
Right. Yeah, yeah, totally.
Yeah, yeah, and it's the same. Like if we just, it's like really like a ripple effect. The more one person we do it, and we just branch out. I think, yeah. Thank you for inspiring us, and Apati.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have one more thought for another person. We have one more question left for one more participant to do the tabletop session. Um, yes, yes, Lawrence. I see you raising your hand. Guess or Toastmaster?
Yes.
Sorry. Are you a guest?
Yes.
Okay. Hello. Welcome to our club.
Thank you.
I think we have I can't remember now. Question 2 left. Is it question 2? I'm so sorry.
Number 1.
Yeah. Number
Number
1, yeah.
1. Yes.
No, I think number 1, I think we've somebody has chosen this one already. I think it's number 2, Toastmaster learning, I think. Yes, this one. Okay. So guess Lawrence, which is more fatal? Action without knowledge or knowledge without action?
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Tivanka. So in my opinion, between those two options, I think knowledge without action is more fatal compared to action without knowledge. So the reason why I choose that, I think if we have knowledge in our mind, but we cannot implement it in our social life or even in our daily life, I think we will not going anywhere. So if we cannot put an action, and also we cannot convert knowledge to the real action, so it's always stuck in our mind. So we cannot share it to other. So for example, when I was in college, uh, I used to have like a lot of theory in my mind, but I don't want to share with anybody in my classroom because I want to achieve the highest score for my final examination. But compared to other people, they are working in a group and also they study together. But at the end of the day, I see that my score is not improving at all. But they are collaborating with each other. They obtain a good or a better score. And at that moment, I think that the knowledge that I have in my mind, if I cannot share it to other, it will always stuck in my mind and I cannot implement it. So in my opinion, I think take an action, and also, for example, like sharing to other, and use sharing to other, uh, and use the action is more important compared to action without knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lawrence. I think I really do agree with you here that I would say the more fatal one would be, yeah, knowledge without action as well. And it's also, I feel like what you said about how teaching and you want to pass down your knowledge is also about, I think if you pass down your knowledge, you will eventually gain more as well because as you teach, you're able to kind of like process it even more. And then, yeah, not only it's beneficial for you, but it's beneficial for others.
Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lawrence, for your tweet. We've come to the end of our table topic session. It's a pretty quick session today because a lot of the time has been used up for the amazing panel session. But yeah, so before the end of this session, I'd like to share with you a quote. Toastmaster Leonie. Toastmaster Leonie, are you there? Oh, because
Wait.
oh, sure. We're working together here, and we're not.
I forgot I still have job.
It's okay. We're doing it well. We're doing it well.
Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Learning, for helping me share the screen. Because yeah, it's difficult for me to. I couldn't see anyone if I was the one who shared the screen. Thank you, Toastmaster Learning. The quote says, "A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for." And it's really showing that we humans are really built take risks as well. And I feel like sometimes it's so easy to acquire a lot of knowledge. You can get it from videos, books. It's like the addiction, sort of, even I have it, to be honest, this sort of addiction to acquiring knowledge. It's just putting it into action is the difficult thing, but the thing that makes the change is the action. So take that risk because we are built to also, just explore this difficult things in life, but through these difficulties, we learn and we grow. And the challenges will always help us improve to become a better version of ourselves. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the table topic session. And I will pass the control back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Farah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tivanka, for the fun session and also the insightful session. All right, without further ado, let's move to the next session. But before we move to the next session, we will be having the timer report from Toastmaster Karen. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the meeting. So I'm glad to announce that everybody is eligible to be voted. DTM Yusuf Chandra with 1 minute 51 seconds. Toastmaster Janet Reed, you just made it, 1 minute 6 seconds. Guest Senapati Prakasa with 2 minutes 6 seconds. And finally, Guest Lawrence at 1 minute and 53 seconds. So that's all from me. Back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting.
All right. Thank you for the report, Toastmaster Karen. Next, we will have to vote for your favorite table topic speaker, and the vote will be led by Toastmaster Christian, our ballot cast.
Okay, everyone, I'll be sending you guys the voting link on the box chat. I've already sent it to you all, guys, and don't forget to vote.
Okay. Don't forget to click the link on the chat box and vote for your favorite table topic speaker, because we have such a great options, right? Okay, without further ado, let's move to the heart of every Toastmaster session, which is evaluation session, which will be led by our general evaluator, Toastmaster Akara. The screen is yours.
Thank you very much, our Tom Toastmaster Farah. Hello, everybody. It's time for us to start with our third session, which is the evaluation session. Before we proceed with the general evaluation report, we of course need to listen to our personal evaluators of the members who have delivered their projects today. First, I would like to invite the personal evaluator of Toastmaster Sonny, who is going to be Toastmaster Elvina. To Toastmaster Elvina, are you ready to deliver your evaluation speech?
Yes, I am.
All right, to Toastmaster Elvina, the time and screen is yours.
All right, thank you so much, GE. Okay, fellow Toastmaster, have you ever watched someone lead the discussion so smoothly and you didn't even realize that it's already 50 minutes? And that's exactly how I felt about watching Toastmaster Sonny moderate the today's panel. Toastmaster Sonny, you are truly shaped into the spotlight, not to shine alone, but to help the others EXCO to shine with you. I think that's the mark of the great moderator. Let me start with what I think you did exceptionally well. First, it was clear that you came very prepared. From the topic you choose, the clean and informative slide presentation. I love all the EXCO picture, they're so cute. And to the well-thought question that you had for the panelists. I think everything is felt so intentional and so smooth. Besides that, your calm and steady presence gave the entire presentation or entire session is a professional feel. And I think you never look nervous at all. So I think that's a great job. And you also managed the flow of the conversation very well. So you guided all the EXCO from point to point without making it feel forced or rushed and so on. And what impressed me the most was your humility. You didn't try to steal the spotlight as a moderator, but you really gave the stage for each EXCO to speak equally. And I think that's helped the audience to hear from different perspectives. That's a great job. Now, only a few small areas to improve. The first one is it wouldn't be great to hear just a little more about you at the start. Maybe you can put your picture or your short profile in the slide before you introduce the EXCO. And a quick self-introduction will help us to connect more with you better. And also, meanwhile your tone was calm, I think adding a bit more vocal variety would make your delivery even more engaging. And if it's possible, I would suggest to allocate more time for Q&A. Since the audience question can be very unpredictable, you never know. So it is a great way for you to grow your skill in handling spontaneous interaction. In summary, Toastmaster Sonny, you delivered a well-prepared and engaging panel discussion. You show leadership not through speaking most, but by enabling others to speak their best. As a challenge for your next project, I encourage you to try moderating a panel discussion where the speakers are less familiar to you. I think it will push your facilitation skills to the next level. And of course, don't forget to leave more room to the Q&A session, so you can handle more unscripted moments. That's all. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sonny, on completing this level 5 project with excellence. And I will looking forward for you to speak in another occasion. Back to you, GB.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Elfina, for giving us such wonderful feedback for what I have to agree was such a wonderful EXCO's panel discussion. I would like to also remind everybody to not forget to cast your votes through the link that Toastmaster Christian has sent to us through the chat box for the best table topic speaker. Next, I would like to call upon our second evaluator who will be evaluating Toastmaster Beatrix's speech. To Toastmaster Alfin, are you ready to deliver your evaluation speech?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, to Toastmaster Alfin, the time and screen is yours.
Chameleon. Wow. Look how God creates creatures so we can learn from it. Chameleon moves. Chameleon adapt. Thank you for making this speech, Beatrix. It is so entertaining with beautiful message. The bright side of the chameleon or the speech. The first one, clearly structured. I can see the opening, make connection with the audience by asking them to type in the chat box. And after that, you introduce the topic that you will talk about the change that you make in your communication style. It makes we know as audience what to be expected by your speech. Well done, Bebe. And the second one, the tone of the voice is very well. Calmness, I can sense the calmness, so I can follow your speech very well. And the number 3 is the smile. As I noticed, like most of the speech is, Bebe is smiling. So smile is a good exercise for you to improve your confidence. So I notice if Bebe smile, it means Bebe is very confident. Well done. And as a chameleon, what need to shine more? First one is the dialogue, especially when you talk, when you play as your ex-boyfriend. Make it more bolder. Bebe, tidak semua orang suka sama kamu. So we can differ your boyfriend and you through your vocal character. And the second one is about the expression. When you said your boyfriend has more salaries than you, I see your smile. I believe in this part of your speech, you should be a little bit showing envy face or challenge face. My boyfriend has more salary than me. And the third one, make it slower when you say a powerful sentence. Like when you said knowledge is power, but only when we act on it, make it slower. For example, knowledge is power, but only when we act on it. So let it sink to the audience and they can react by typing in the chat box. And the fourth one is the hand gestures. I noticed the hand gesture was hidden below the camera. So hopefully in the next speech, you can be more aware to put on more on your hand gesture in the screen. To challenge Bebe, connection with the audience is good in the opening part of your speech. Yet in the half about to close your speech, I noticed you attempt to make a connection, but I noticed the less response from the audience. So I can challenge you, if someone don't respond to your question, you can make an option, A or B option, or just call. You can call my name. Hey, Alvin, what do you think my life after this. So it can be more connecting with audience. Thank you so much, Bebe. Keep shining bright as the chameleon. Back to you, G.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Alvin, for your wonderful feedback towards Toastmaster Beatrix's speech today. I would like to invite our timer, Toastmaster Karan, to give his timer report for the evaluators.
Hey, okay, thank you. So both of our evaluators is eligible to be voted. DTM Alvin still maintaining the red appearance, 3 minutes and 18 seconds. And Toastmasters Elfina, congrats, you're just one breath away from being overtime, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So back to you, GE. Both of them are eligible.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Karan. So all of our evaluators are eligible to be voted. To our ballot counter, Toastmaster Christian.
Okay, like always, I'll be sending the link to vote. Don't forget to vote, everybody. I already said it on the box chat, so you can vote.
All right, thank you very much, Toastmaster Christian. Please do not forget to vote for who you think is our best evaluator's speech for today's meeting. Okay, now it's time for my general evaluation report. What I can say is that I have only joined SCBD Toastmasters Club meeting twice, and it has been such an enjoyable experience. I would like to say that the SCBD Toastmasters Club meeting today commenced punctually. We started on time with all role takers present in the room before the official time started. A clear sign, of course, from the excellent preparation and commitment from everyone involved, namely the EXCOs. The meeting began on a warm and welcoming note with opening remarks delivered by the president, the VPE, and also the sergeant at arms of SCBD TMC. Their enthusiastic greetings helped set a positive and engaging tone for the rest of the session. We were also introduced to our meeting theme by our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Farah, who delivered a brief yet comprehensive explanation on the theme. Despite its conciseness, her delivery was effective so that we have a picture of what we are going to talk about in today's meeting. I would also like to give a special congratulations to our role takers today, Toastmaster Christian for stepping up as a role taker so early in his Toastmaster journey, and also to Toastmaster Karan's unwavering dedication. Even though he was walking back home, he still took the time to become our timer for today's meeting. One of the highlights of this meeting was, of course, the special project presentation by Toastmaster Sonny, which took the form of the panel discussion involving all 7 executive committee members as SCBD TMC. This session was excellently conducted, professionally structured, and his use of presentation software was top-notch. What impressed me the most is how SCBD managed to get all 7 EXCOs to attend this panel discussion, which is a very powerful feat and achievement in on its own. I would like to also say congratulations to our table topics master, Toastmaster Ivanka, with her both dynamic and inclusiveness in delivering the table topic session. She successfully engaged both members and guests, actively listened to each response, and provided thoughtful conclusions and encouragement after each speaker. Although there was a slight extension of the table topic session beyond the allotted time, it remained a minor deviation and did not significantly impact the overall schedule of our meeting, hopefully. Finally, the evaluation session, I would say, was proceeded smoothly thanks to the excellent teamwork and time management demonstrated by our evaluators and supporting role takers. Their insightful feedback and professionalism contributed significantly to the overall improvement and quality of our speakers and the club in general. Overall, I would say that today's SCBD Toastmasters Club meeting was very well executed, and I give the highest respect to our EXCOs and the team involved that commenced this meeting smoothly. Great job, everybody. And with that, I would like to end my general evaluations here. After that, I would like to confirm to our ballot counter whether or not we have the winners ready for our Hall of Fame. To Toastmaster Christian, are you ready to deliver the Hall of Fame to the audience?
Yes, I'm ready. Just a second.
All right.
Let me share the screen. Wait.
Please proceed when you're ready.
Let me share my screen. Okay. It is on the screen, Riyad. Halo.
See your screen.
Ya, udah tertampil kan di
Yes,
layar.
Yes, we can see it.
So, and now the moment we've all been waiting for, our Hall of Fame. Drum roll, please. So, the most prepared speaker is Toastmaster Beatrix.
Congratulations. Toastmaster Beatrix, let's have a thing. Let's take a picture.
Yeah, I'll take the photos of Toastmaster Beatrix with the Best Speaker Awards. Okay, I'll take the photos, right? In 3, 2, 1. Okay, got you. Back to you, Toastmaster Christian.
And for the best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Senapati Perkasa. Congratulations, Toastmaster Senapati Perkasa.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, if you're not available to...
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm currently not in
No
a
problem.
very good place to turn on my camera.
Hope you join us soon. We can proceed.
Is it done taking picture?
Yeah, we can proceed with the next word.
Okay, because I don't hear the camera sounding now.
Yeah. Okay.
And for our best evaluator is DTM Alvin. Congratulations, DTM Alvin.
Congratulations.
Hey, DTM Alvin.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll take the picture. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, got you.
Thank you.
Okay, back to you, Toastmaster Christian.
Done.
Yeah, done.
Don't forget to send the money prize, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, are we done with the Hall of Fame?
Yes, we are done.
All right, thank you very much. Once again, congratulations to all winners. Congratulations to Toastmaster Bebe, soon to be Toastmaster Senapati, and also DTM Alvin for becoming our best speaker, best table topics, and best evaluator for today's meeting. With that, I would like to say thank you to my team of role takers. And yeah, the Hall of Fame marks the end of the evaluation session. I would like to give the control back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Farah, for our closing. Back to you, Toastmaster Farah.
Okay. Thank you so much, our evaluators, for giving the evaluation, the insightful evaluation, and congratulations to all the winners. Okay, with that, we have come to the end of the session, and I would like to give some closing remarks. Okay, I will borrow some words coming from James Clear, the author of the book Atomic Habits. So when you started to have the little spark within yourself and start thinking or making a move, for example, you start to think of joining Toastmaster or signing up as an EXCO, as an next EXCO, just do it. Just keep going, because the more you move, the easier it is to keep moving. Maintain the momentum. Okay, that's from me. And I would like to hand the control back to our Madam President.
Okay. Whoa, I'm here. Hold on. I am stabilizing myself. Well, thank you to Toastmaster Farah for leading the session, and congratulations to EXCO and to Toastmaster Baby and to all winners and to Toastmaster Sonny for running such a well-run meeting. Ooh. Okay, everyone, I'd like to have a few things to say before we go. So first up, okay, I think I will share my screen. Okay, one moment, please. All right, then. Okay, so please excuse me. Okay, so thank you for joining us at SCBD Toastmasters Club. We are supportive, courageous, brilliant, and determined. Okay, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Toastmaster Dede for finishing presentation mastery. Ooh, where is she? Is she here?
She has left to go home.
She left. Okay, that's okay. Well, congratulations, Toastmaster Dede. Wow, so happy for her. And next we have... Okay, one moment. Okay. Our next meeting is the power of having someone behind you. Oh, wait, that's the big reveal. Okay. Behind every brave step forward is often someone cheering us on quietly, consistently, and with unwavering support. That is right. Tutwuri Handayani, guys. Just like our venue at the Ministry of Education Library. Okay, so please join us. It'll be online 7 to 9 p.m. Jakarta time, GMT +7. See you there. Or if you're at the conference, see you there as well. And please sign up. Today is the day we officially open the SCBD Toastmasters Club Executive Committee Election 2025-2026. It'll be held on June 13th, 2025. As soon as you're a member, even though you're day old, you're literally eligible to become an executive committee member. So sign up right there. We'll also have it in message form, so you could click it. There we go. And lastly, if you'd like to know more about SCBD Toastmasters Club, feel free to text us on Instagram and YouTube, and also text this lady over here or any of us here. We'd love to answer your questions and get to know you better. So with that, I'd like to remind you that we meet every Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. GMT +7 at this link, or at the Ministry of Education Library at Jalan Del Sudirman, Jakarta. So, with the power vested in me, I officially adjourn this meeting by saying, Happy morning!
Happy morning.
Good morning.
Happy morning.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you.